All right, guys, we're off to Belcher Engineering. Good friends over there. I've got a 79 Corvette C3 for us to do a front end nose cone repair on. Going to be a new one for us. I've never really done one before, but we love the American stuff, love the 70s stuff. I fear from all of the forums from the Corvette owners that we might struggle. So who knows? Let's have a look, and I hope you guys enjoy the video.
So we're now in the shop, had this now for a few days. I cracked on with getting that nose cone off, which it's easier said than done. It's just a bit weirdly made, to be honest with you, and everything was rotted, so all the bolts are snapping off, you know. But alas, it's done, you know, it's off. So I've been trying to focus on getting the fitment right. As you can see, yeah, it's not great, but we've got some brackets in place so that, you know, we'll put them behind. There's a little lip inside of this nose cone, where as we tighten it up, it should bring this level out quite nicely. So that's my next step really, is to get the fitment all good, get all the brackets in the right place, fit stuff like the under tray to the underside, like making sure all the bolts line up properly. And yeah, I mean, should all go well. It's been a bit of a annoying job considering how everything that could break is just gone. Like every single bolt where I'm like, oh, I'm nearly done now, and it's gone. But that's the game really, isn't it? So my next step, yeah, is to get everything fitted up, and then it'll be on to doing the epoxy and getting this ready for paint. And seeing how far we're gonna take the blend, whether we just paint the nose cone or blend it up further in the car, we'll see. That's yet to be set in stone. But yeah, so we'll see how it goes.
All right, guys, so you join us again with the C3 Corvette. We're now fast forwarding a few days later, and I tell you what, a trial it is to get the nose cones on and off of these things. Just ridiculous. And we're ready to lay down some paint now. So yeah, as I say, after hours and hours and hours of just tackling the front of this car, we're finally here. Looking forward to laying down some blue. They're supposed to be a small-ish American sports car, but they're huge. I mean, there's like just acres of the front end, and I really like the thing. It's very, very 70s, very, very moustache, very aviators. It's cool, and yeah, we're now ready for paint, and had to get it mixed up because you can't actually buy the colour anymore. So had to get it completely sort of rematched, as it were. And we're trying to do the best for our customer here. So, of course, came in for the front end. Whole front of the car is covered in micro blisters. They're fiberglass, so all the moisture is trapped, and it tends to happen a lot with fiberglass cars. And it was all over the front end. I mean, you had the wings were covered, headlights, the bonnet, everything was covered in micro blisters. We've 180'd that all down back, so they should improve the longevity of this repair for our client. And we're fairly limited on what we can do with this one, unfortunately. Yeah, we're going to try our best to blend in on the bottoms of the wings here and to the original blue. But of course, there's going to be some differences, especially in it's probably decade plus old paint compared to brand new paint. So you can never get these things perfect. But again, we're doing the best we can for our client. Yeah. Really looking forward to getting some paint on this, and hopefully it'll look really nice. Alright guys, so Corvette is now in base coat. We're about ready for lacquer now. Got the base coat on, 3 coats of that, and a little dust coat just to even out any metallics on there as well. Like I say, we're fairly limited with how much of this car we can paint. We're sort of trying to do the best we can for our customer. Sure, you might say, you know, you should have blended more into the doors, absolutely right, but in this case we don't really have the facilities to do that. within this job. So we're doing the best we can. But yeah, we're now ready for some clear coat, and a lot of you will use a lot of different clears for your application. But my favourite clear has always been Noble CSR for classic cars. Now this stuff is just awesome. Lays like glass, really nice to spray, flows lovely, easy to polish if you polish it within a couple of days, and it dries really nice and hard, and it is really, really long lasting. It's really expensive stuff, but it's supreme quality. It is fantastic. I've tried hundreds of different clears, but this one's always came out on top, so that's what we're using today, and that's what we always use for our projects. So I don't really use any other clears. We're using our SATA 5000. I've had this gun for years and painted more cars than I've had hot dinners with, and I've never really used anything else. So, but I'm open to recommendations if you guys have got any guns you really like. I'd be interested in trying different stuff, but yeah, that's what we use and that's what works for me. So let's get mixing and let's put some clear on. Alright guys, so our work is done on the C3 Corvette. Lovely colour, very electric blue, very 70s, and been a little bit, sort of 5-10 minutes since we've sprayed, so all we need to do now really is bake it. Let it get nice and hot in there, let it set off properly, and then yeah, we'll send it back to Belcher's and ultimately back to the customer, and yeah, hopefully happy customer. We're quite happy, I think it looks fantastic, so yeah, I'm sure they will be too. We'll switch that on to bake. Let's get us up to 80 degrees in there. So it is basically an oven. I've always wanted to see if I can wrap something in tin foil, shove it in the corner like a baked potato or something, and see if I'll cook it in the paint booth. But I don't know, I haven't given myself permission to do that yet, so we'll see. But I'm boiling and sweaty and I haven't painted anything for months, so it's nice to be back in the booth, nice to be back behind the gun, and yeah, sorry Tom, you missed this one. Well, I don't miss being this hot and uncomfortable. I mean, oh, no thank you. But yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and yeah, we've enjoyed making it, and we've enjoyed working on such a cool, unique car from the 70s. So stay tuned for some more stuff like this, and yeah, we'll be back very soon. Cheers.